Chapter 8. The Emperor's New Clothes. Many, many years ago lived an emperor who loved new clothes. He did not care for his subjects or think of his kingdom. All he ever wanted was to show off his clothes. One day, two men came to his kingdom. They pretended to be weavers. They told the emperor that they could make the finest clothes anyone could imagine. They said that the colors and patterns they created were not only beautiful but were made of a special material invisible to any person who was stupid.
That must be wonderful clothes,
thought the emperor.
If I were to be dressed in a suit made of this cloth, I would be able to find out which people in my kingdom are stupid. I must have this cloth made for me without delay.
So he gave him a large sum of money and asked them to start work immediately. The weavers set up 2 looms and pretended to work very hard. They asked for the finest silk and the most precious gold cloth. They hid all the expensive material they got and worked at the empty looms till late at night. The emperor wanted to know how the weavers were getting on with the cloth.
I shall send my honest old minister to the weavers,
thought the emperor.
He is very clever. He can tell me how it looks.
The good old minister went into the room where the weavers sat before the empty looms. He tried his very best, but he could see nothing, for there was nothing to be seen.
Oh dear,
he thought.
Can I be so stupid? No, I cannot admit that I wasn't able to see the cloth. Have you got nothing to say?
asked one of the weavers while he pretended to be busy weaving.
Oh, it is very pretty, really beautiful,
replied the old minister, looking through his glasses.
What a beautiful pattern! What brilliant colors! I will tell the emperor that I like the clothes very much.
So the weavers asked for more money, silk and gold cloth, which they said they required for weaving. They kept everything for themselves and continued to pretend to work at the empty looms. Soon afterwards, the emperor sent another person to the weavers to see how they were getting on. Like the old minister, he looked and looked but could see nothing.
I must be stupid,
thought the man.
But I must not let anyone know that.
So he too praised the cloth and praised the beautiful colors and the fine pattern. Everybody in the kingdom talked about the precious cloth. At last, the emperor wished to see it himself while it was still on the loom. With a number of assistants, including the 2 who had already been there, he went to the 2 clever weavers who now worked as hard as they could, but without using any thread.
What is this?
thought the emperor.
I do not see anything at all. That is terrible. Really?
he said, turning to the weavers.
Your cloth is wonderful. Really wonderful.
He nodded contentedly as he looked at the empty loom, because he didn't want to say that he couldn't see anything.
It is magnificent, beautiful, excellent,
said his attendants, and they advised him to wear the new clothes at a great procession which was soon to take place. The entire night before the day on which the procession was to take place, the 2 weavers pretended to work and burnt more than 16 candles. At last they said,
The emperor's new clothes are ready.
The emperor undressed and the weavers pretended to put the new suit on him, one piece after another. He looked at himself in the mirror from all sides.
I am ready,
said the emperor.
Doesn't my suit fit me wonderfully?
The emperor then marched out into the street, and all who saw him exclaimed,
Indeed, the emperor's new suit is amazing. How well it fits him.
Nobody wanted to admit they saw nothing, for then it would mean they were too stupid. At last, a little boy piped up.
But he has nothing on at all. He does have nothing on at all,
cried all the people. Realizing the truth, the emperor too realized that they were right, but he still tried to walk with great dignity, while the crowd laughed and teased him all the way to the end. Afterwards, he sent his soldiers to arrest the 2 weavers, but they had left the city with all the money and precious material.